I'm here with my dear friend, and we're at the 3HO European Yoga Festival, and we've just finished White Tantra, and I would love to introduce you to a lovely book and its author, The Cycles of the Goddess, that are you. And what's the Q for?
It's not really a Q, it's like it's your menstrual cycle, and this means your life also. And so with the cycle of the goddess, we are working in you, is the goddess, following the moon and the archetypes to, guided by your intuition, follow the path of your life. That is cycle by cycle, moon cycle by moon cycle, what makes you alive. That it seems to be the same, but it's not never the same because you grow in consciousness. And the more you get to know yourself and the more you follow your true nature, that is the moon nature, right, the closer you get to the main questions in life. Huh?
So I'm past my cycle, so this is going to be, it'll work for women.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't matter what your age. It doesn't matter what your age is. But I've had the book for a year and I use it regularly. But this time, she's going to do it for me.
Yeah. We wanted to work on a little bit on this. What is your higher life purpose?
I think we kind of know what that is, but let's see what comes up. Let's see who comes up. Because this is goddesses. Let's see who comes up.
Yeah. The thing is that the book is planned so that you can work in two levels. Well, there are many more levels, but main two to really address these questions in here in the cover are mainly who are you as a woman, what is your higher life purpose, and how to overcome what is hindering you from being you, and what are your goddess blessings. And so mainly there are two main tools that are the numerology, that in page 50 you find a little tool on how to calculate your numbers that are represented in goddesses. So what I did was taking all this, what is in Vedic numerology and Tantric numerology, match it together with all the wisdom behind the numbers, that is Karamkriya, Shiv Shavan's work.
Yeah.
And all this that is quite complex and quite abstract, and you really need to be so intelligent to keep in your mind. I am not able to keep it in my mind.
No, but she created this, so she's just now talking.
Exactly. What I said, I didn't want it to boost like that. No, it does.
But she also had a baby and wrote a book
at the same time.
Yeah. So the intelligence is so beyond that.
Well, no, it's not.
With the grace of the goddess.
Claro. Is that my point is the why I could do it? It was exactly because I have nines. I have a cat, really the guiding goddess, guiding me, and so I have this contact with the subtle body, and that's how I got it out. So to find your goddess, you go here to page 55, and you have a very, very easy scheme that is telling you, okay, so your soul goddess and your karma goddess. I guess you know about
I've done those, and I didn't bring them with me today.
Do you have
I have them at home.
Your date?
I know what day I was born.
Yeah, so tell me.
So September 29th, 1959.
So slowly.
Sorry.
9 September
29th.
29. You have an 11 coming from a 2 and a 9. You have a lot of nines, but
yeah,
your nines are in your karma and your dharma. You're the goddess of the karma, the goddess of the dharma. On September, you said 29.
Yeah.
What year?
1959.
59. That is 5 plus 9 makes 15. No, 14. That makes a 5.
Right.
A 5, that's your goddess gift, and so you have a 6 in your past life goddess. And so when we add up the 6 plus the 9 plus the 11, that makes 26. That's an 8. So your guiding goddess is an 8. That is, I have the cards with me because all this is blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a lot of blah blah blah. So you have a cat,
right?
Yeah.
Hecate. Okay.
Hecate?
She's a 9.
Yeah.
Right.
The 9. Then the 29, that makes 11. That's Nam.
That's right. So the book comes with cards. So you can read. I carry mine around when I first did them. I carried her with me when I needed the help.
Especially when you're working on your moon cycle. That's the second way of using the book. That is to find your moon cycles, because these numbers are matching the moon cycles. So what the point, there I would go to another point, no? So we're going in this track and then explain, because it's a bit mixed up. Okay, so you said, we said you have this in the soul. That means that all what relates with you, what gives you like inner voice, like what I need to get so that I'm in my midst and nothing moves me from one side to another, that I'm not selling me out so that I get something from outside, is working on a cat.
Okay.
A cat
Hecate.
Hecate is really difficult to work with. When you have it in the soul, super difficult. It makes you to be very scattered, very perfectionist. You want everything and you want it now. And it's like impatience. So it can be guiding, it is guiding, but the fact is that in this position, it's more like something you have to deal with, to learn to be patient, to slow down, to prioritize, and so on and so.
Okay.
And then you have another one, even more challenging if possible, in the relationships. She's your karma goddess, not Nam. So she's the one that tells you what are your patterns, how you relate to others.
Okay.
What are the things that you do now and then and again and again and again, and so you leave the consequences in your relationships.
Okay.
And so this one now is meaning that you have a very karmic point there, something that's going to make you suffer all over your life in your relationships.
Right.
And the goal of that is that Nam is God in you, you and God. No, it's that you bring light. So that you can bring light, you have to be on fire. And so being on fire is not that cozy.
No, it's not. And people who know me will go, yeah, that makes sense. But
yeah, and so only when you have Nam, the only way to deal with Nam that is so challenging that you have to go for the transcendent, or you relate to the transcendent, and you stop asking why me, why now, why this, and start to ask what for, what is this for. That's the only way to empower you, relating to the transcendent and saying what for. So I have this pain, this is something that I cannot bear with in my life, what for? And there you come out of the pit and start to flourish. And we said that you had I forgot everything.
11, 9, and
the year
1959.
59, we said that it makes a 5, so you have Sarasvati.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sarasvati is all about change, about foreigners, about languages, about the physical
really?
body. Yes. The need of discipline, you really need a discipline.
Well, that's Kundalini Yoga, isn't
exactly. In every sense in life, no? You need to sleep your hours, eat your food, your friends, the surrounding that really nurtures you. So really to be careful about self-care, the physical body particular, but all what has to do with, discipline. This is not in my way. And it has to do a lot with sacrifice, with the power to sacrifice. That is, it's the last step to happiness, right before happiness, the power to sacrifice. But the good news is that she has this as a gift. So this is a gift for you.
Okay, so sacrifice is a gift?
The power to sacrifice, that you can sacrifice.
Okay, right. I hate doing it. But
yeah, sacrifice.
Some people like it. I just find it boring.
Because they are compensating for something. But in your case, you really have the power because you have it. It's not because you're compensating that you need it. No, you do it because it's needed.
You're
not
that
because
people,
you need
I
it.
have the power.
Yes, you have the power. You do. And so she's the teacher by experience. She learns to teach and teaches by learning. And she's all about communication, about...
That's very true. I mean, all the teaching I do is based around enlightening people and giving them more than what they have. Okay.
So this is something you have. And then the other goddess that in your past lives was guiding you. Wow, you really have, what a set of goddesses. Mary, that's Virgin Mary, but I made it into a goddess, but why not?
I'm more of a Mary Magdalene kind of girl. Yeah.
But is that, in the Catholic tradition, Mary is not really well known.
That's true.
And so I've developed the whole thing. I come from a very, very religious background in the Catholic tradition. So I know a lot about her. And the Catholic Church is starting to acknowledge who she is. And she's the warrior of grace.
Yeah.
She's the one that really holds hope beyond or despite any... not beyond any hope, she's the one that keeps up. And so because she believes, she's able to hold the grace in the world. So this is also something you have, that you really can hold the space just because you believe. And your belief is so strong, that's why she's the warrior of grace, that you don't fight with the sword like Durga would do. You fight with your belief. I believe, and I trust, and this is going to happen. Trust has to be with number 4, which is Athena, but it's I believe. And so the invitation of Mary is to vibrate in faith as fear as you may feel. The fear you are.
Okay.
And so then, finally, we said that 6 plus 11 plus, I forgot it completely, 9 plus 11 makes 20. plus 6 makes 26. That's an 8. Hoo, 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 hoo. The good, super good news is the
Super good news finally. So I'm struggling here, working very hard.
Working very hard, but they all really have a lot to do with inner power. No, they all speak about a very powerful soul and the path you've chosen. That your soul chooses a path to really get you there. Really inner power, really inner power. And Lakshmi, that's her guiding goddess, speaking to her about prosperity. You are really the channel to materialize. You know, that's number 8. This is the Pranic Body.
Okay, right.
And so the channel because of her belief, the bigger channel she can be, if she could be like a straw, the water she could drop down, would be like drop by drop. But if she could be like one of these huge pipes from the sewage, she would, And so, as she has this huge faith, inner power, or what she's been working.
I'm going to stop being a straw, and I'm going to become a big pipe.
You are already, because all what she's been working, she's not a teenage anymore. So you've been working on that. Your soul has been working on that. Your subtle body, you're 9, you're a cat once more. It's been taking you to the spot one and another.
Yeah.
So that you really develop all this inner power. So that then you are this container to channelize, all this infinite prana, all this infinite, prana is all the wealth of the universe. In the universe, we are not speaking of money or sex or power anyway. We speak of prana, that energy. And so in this material world, we're going to speak of all those other things.
Right.
And so you are the kind of woman, the kind of goddess to materialize in this world. Because all that, what you've been developing, and to me it's really, really well-fitting. So it's really matching, It's very congruent. All your cards, really, and the little bit that I know you, really, I don't know, you are the goddess. You are the one that has to say, you're crazy. It doesn't at all.
We've been having lots of fun for the last 3 days. So one of the things is that when you're using the book, you can do this for yourself. You don't need to have her, but it's better to have the woman who created this. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is I want to introduce people to the book and to you and to your work, and I'm going to send this to people. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page. I'm going to send it to some goddess people I know. I think Glastonbury you'll be loved, and we're going to start trying to do some things and see what happens. Waheguru and Kundalini Yoga rocks.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.